Okay, we're starting. Here we are on the west side of the building structure. We do not have a rain diverter over the condensing unit. Some of this roof, I see the deflections there. It's called sumping. It's not horrible, I guess. We've got foam crammed up in that little opening up there. I guess they had a problem. And over here, you don't see this on the other side of the fireplace, but right there the siding is in direct contact with the roof covering, and so that's why it looks like it does. That's why you got that wood damage in there. That's why you have wood damage in there. That wood damage, that's why you've got that in there, is because it's been wicking up, capillary action, been wicking up into the wood because it wasn't installed properly. Over here, this is a pretty good idea. We have shingles. We have edge flashing, at this point drip edge, then fascia board, soffit board, freeze board. So right up here, this little half freeze, this little edge, underneath the shingles, they have that flashing, and it's only lapped about 2 inches. The manufacturer says it should be lapped a minimum of 10 inches. You don't see that very often. Here we go, here's another one. This is not lapped. Now, you'll probably never get a claim denied because of this. You'll probably never have failure because of this. There's some failure around the corner you see in the roof video, or have seen in the roof video, but it wasn't because of this flashing. But regardless, the manufacturer says that's not the way it's supposed to be installed. So, it's probably not going to change. So far, I've never had a client yet call me and say, "Bud, we got that edge flashing fixed. Thank you for that." Now, if you do, call me and let me know, but I'm not discounting my work. I'm just telling you how it works out here in the West. Is that dirty? Take me a little bit. You got some stair-step cracks right in here. The gradient drainage here is level at best. It's almost negative right in there, by the way. This is the gas meter. That's the main gas shutoff valve. That's where the gas enters the house, and that tree's too close. That tree's touching the roof, and it's too close to the foundation. Way too close to the foundation. Like this one is. This one's too close too. Not supposed to be closer than 25 feet. Wood mulch under the drip ledge. According to Texas Structural Pest Control Services, that's wood destroying. That's conducive to wood destroying insects. Everybody does it. I get that. I got some at my house. My wife likes it. She likes it. I'm happy. If she's happy, I'm happy. So, but I gotta tell you, that's conducive to wood destroying insects. The rain gutters should divert water at least 6-8 feet away from the structure. Just out there, and you got the edge here. Where's that water gonna go? It's just gonna sit right there. Sit right there and help those roots grow under your foundation. A little bit of cracking right up here. We're across the front of the house now. The north side of the house. Structure faces north. Got some little separation. These are called stretcher bricks because they stick out. Those are called dog tooth bricks. Those are called soldier bricks. Those are standing up. These are called sailor bricks. But right here between these sailor bricks and the stretcher bricks, okay, we got a little bit of cracking right in there. Now what we have, homeownership 101, all roofs leak. This one probably sooner than a lot of them. And all walls leak. And we design them so that they shed water faster than they accept it. So any water or vapor gets in your roof system, in your wall system, escapes. We've got these weep holes. We have weep holes around the foundation perimeter. Those are good things. Looks like they had the problem with ants or something, so that's why they put that in there. But we have those. We want those. That would be deficiency if they didn't have them. It would be. That said, and most of the time you won't see anything coming out of it. Vapor, but you don't want vapor trapped behind your wall. If you have like an event, now I've seen water come out. That's another story. But we're also supposed to have these same weep holes. We're supposed to have them on fenestration. And Olivier can help me out with this, but I think fenestration is French for hole in your wall. Or is it windows or doors penetrations? I've always been meaning to ask him about that. My good friend Olivier. Okay, so we don't have weep holes over the window fenestrations. And by the way, on the report it's going to say, so I might as well say it now, that this crack here, I'm identifying these cracks right there and there. Okay, these top fixed windows, these are sash windows, but those are called transom windows, or actually they're called transom lights. So anyway, we got a little bit of crack in there coming on along. That's where we took our water pressure. This is not GFCI protected. I can't remember. I got notes. I've got notes. Okay, this is called a cornice. And that cornice is open. Look at that kick-out flashing. Look at that kick-out flashing. You see how the kick-out flashing just sits there? Water can curl 3 inches. You're just asking for problems with your wood right there. Your siding, again. Your siding's not supposed to be in direct contact with the roof covering. Is that going to wick up water and rot? You mean like it is right there in that corner? Right there? Is it going to do that? I guess it is. I guess it will. That'd be a pretty safe bet, I think. Alright. Then this chandelier. Disco version, 1986. Okay, that's lamp cord. Some people call it zip cord. I'm supposed to use lamp cord in a permanent application. Not supposed to use it in an exterior application. And there it is. It's running over there. It's running over here. It's running down here, and it's running behind this luminary sconce. Sure is. And then these staples, by the way, I mean, since you're doing it, I mean, it's already bad. How many different ways of bad can it be? But the staples are not insulated either. So it's just insult to injury. It's supposed to have 2 inches gap. Okay, that's called a weep screed at this point. When it's down here, it's supposed to be, you're supposed to have a weep screed between the cement and the woodwork because of capillary action. What is capillary action? It's where the water wicks up off of the cement into your woodwork. You're going to hear that a couple more times today. Alright, we got some, and it causes things like that. Would it cause that? Would that be the reason? I don't know. Probably would be the reason. Got some windows that are fogging. We'll talk about those a little more. I haven't counted that one yet. More cracking. Alright. Between the stretcher bricks. Right there. Cracking right there. I haven't measured the foundation yet. I might have a whole different story to tell. Or more to add to the story. We got some gaps between these windows up here. I didn't notice that before. I'll have to come back and correct my notes. That's alright. We'll get it right, don't worry. I'm not about to let loose yet. Another one of those cracks. Then, this is kind of a strange phenomenon, but just the brick. It's not really a crack. But a brick, like 5 of these guys. And they're not close to each other. Where's the other one? He's up there. Here's another one. Right there. There's one. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Interesting, I mean. Not weird. Interesting. Bud, what's your mouth? Can you believe that guy in these bushes? Bushes like this should be cut off the house. Oh, this is interesting. This is really not a problem. It's not working in regards to... That is a bat house. That's to attract bats so that they eat the mosquitoes and stuff. Bats are beneficiary. We know it's not working because there's no guana. Bat dookie. They're horrible. They're nasty. All that guana just drains down there. I want bats in my yard. I don't want a bat house on the side of my house. I just don't. And come up here. Raise it on up again. This is called a soffit vent. We're zooming in on it. You see the way the paint's peeling on it? That's called a clue. That's an indication. That's a symptom that the attic might not be ventilated properly. Moving along. I think this one is the one that doesn't work. This is the one that doesn't work. Okay. Missing some screens. Storm doors are beyond the scope of this inspection. They just are. I don't do storm doors. They seem to be okay. I haven't messed with all of them. They seem to be all right. This one's missing a screen. You can see parts of the screen. See where a screen went. This is your electric service panel. And I'm going to go ahead and get this while we're going to open it up. It's going to be its own video. But that being said, you're not supposed to hand label these things. The manufacturer's label is faded, so it's no longer legible. You're not supposed to hand label these things. It's supposed to be printed. And then there should be duplicity. You should say, oh, this is breaker number 7, this is breaker number 7, number 7's AC. That's what you should be able to do. AC is 40 amps. 40 amps. Let me look at that. AC is 40 amps. It's rated for 35. The condensing unit is rated for 35 to 45. Most manufacturers want you to use the highest breaker, but then when you replace it, it's going to be more efficient, and then your breaker will be too high. So I'm okay. If it's tripping, you get nuisance trips, well then, maybe you want to replace that. But I've been having, this thing's been cranked since I got here. I'm stressing it out, and it's, at the time of the inspection, it seems to be doing all right. And then, again, I guess I'm going to say this, but the 3 sides should be sealed around the meter too. Meter's below the grade. Same way here. This is the disconnect for the condensing unit, and then we have another disconnect around the corner. I don't know. I think the condensing unit used to be out here. That's what I think's happening. I have to look at the water heater because I'm not seeing a water heater drain. Okay, but that's the drain line for the water heater temperature pressure relief valve, and it's not supposed to be farther from the ground than 6 inches. It looks like it's about 8 inches there. Again, this is a disconnect, and it's not an amperage. I mean, it is, but this is not a breaker. It's a disconnect for the condensing unit around the corner. And it's supposed to be sealed 3 sides. And this can be around the corner, out of sight, because they installed another one over there, so we're fine. This faucet, and I think I said this in the swimming pool video, and I apologize. I think I said that this does not have a vacuum breaker on it. I got carried away because there's not one in the front yard, but it does have a vacuum breaker. So for the swimming pool video you're about to see, I apologize in advance. I do. I make mistakes. The light fixtures should be sealed, all of them. Not just this one, but all of them to help prevent. And this should be tighter. The one in the west courtyard, it's even looser. We'll see that on the interior video because of the way the courtyard's configured. So, and then we've got, and you probably saw this from the roof video, but look at all that wood damage. Look at all that wood damage right there. Isn't that pretty? Maybe not pretty, I guess. And why? Because the roof underlayment didn't come down and lap over the flashing. Just didn't do it. We missed that shot. Sorry. Rain gutter's too close.